GTA 5. We're doing the story missions, casing the jewelry store, double A gamer for life, and we are going to get gold. And we'll take a quick look at our requirements here. There's basically two. We have a time limit, and we need to get all three features at the jewelry store in a picture. Okay. Michael's got the spy glasses on that could take a picture, and basically getting a picture of the air vent, the security, and the camera in is not really an issue. Just knowing that you got to get all three items in the picture is pretty much all you need to know. And with this mission, you are able to get through the cutscenes and make your time.
What do you got?
The Holy Grail, the Union Depository. And they say it cannot be hit. Hasn't been yet.
Look, I just owe some Mexican hood a couple $1 million because I wrecked his girlfriend's house. I don't need to go crazy here.
Which Mexican?
Martin Madrazo.
He's not supposed to be very nice.
Oh, when I met him, he was charming. So what do you think?
Oh, let's see. Either we hit a bank in the sticks or we do a store. Which do you like?
Well, store's usually easier. But I gotta make a big take.
Well, gems it is then. Let's go to Vangelico, buy ourselves an engagement ring.
Oh, we're gonna need a crew. I can round up some of the old guys.
There are no old guys. Moses, ironically, he found Jesus. All those Irish crazies, they mostly just disappeared. That crew from the south, they all went down. There was an Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City, but he went quiet.
Talking about Nico.
All right. Well,
Okay,
you got any contacts?
a good fact to probably remember,
I've been
depending
working
on
with
how you
someone,
like
but
to pick
they're too unpredictable.
how you do the
I'll have
jewelry
to reach out
store,
to
is
some
if
other
you'd like to
guys.
do both methods and the prerequisites for doing them, just to load the game, make sure to make a couple saves
We're going to Little
prior to this
Portola.
mission, because right now when we get through casing the jewelry store, I'm going to pick
Your FIB
going
buddies,
loud,
they,
but if I want
know
to go
you're
back
in
and do it
business?
quietly, stealthily,
FIB buddies?
there's a
What
couple
are you
requirements
talking
for
about?
doing
I
that.
checked out the WPP thing. Doesn't
I'm
look
going to
like
get
any
into that in a
WITSEC
little
program
bit.
I'm aware of.
Lester
For
kind of talks about
starters,
Michael's
they
history.
don't put witnesses up in multi-million-dollar mansions in Rockford Hills.
Well, maybe they thought this would be the best cover.
And most witnesses don't transfer five-figure sums into a particular FIB agent's bank account every month. Of course, the money gets moved around and washed through a number of fronts, but the trail is there. Deposits and withdrawals, the same sum every month. Agent Dave Norton, white middle-aged divorcee, unremarkable career, except for one incident. The shooting of a notorious stick-up man, Michael Townley.
Yeah, all right. Lester, I'm very impressed.
Look, we can talk about this another time. Take these glasses.
My eyesight's fine.
They're fitted with a camera and a radio relay. I'm gonna run the operation from the car while you're in the store getting what we need. Okay, let's get this
Okay,
done.
he kind of talked about the witness protection thing and,
You reading me?
the money transfer that Michael gives to this FIB guy. That's a story for another day. When you cruise up into the store here, like I mentioned,
Sir, thank you.
I thought it was kind of ridiculous, because if the store just got robbed, they were probably going to check the video footage for the last few days. And obviously, you can see Michael's here. He doesn't rob it, but
Hey, beautiful.
he's
I
basically
pick up a
casing the
little
joint.
something for
You
the
saw we
woman
got all
back.
three items in there.
Sir, I'm sure we can help you. Tell me about it.
So prior, I was talking about
Thank God. This ain't my wife we're talking
the
about.
way the heists work in
I
this
don't know.
game.
I don't want to spend too much. I'm thinking maybe
You can pick.
10 grand.
Our
Let's say
rings
I'm going
start
to
at
do
8,
this
our
on
payments
loud,
start at 12.
then go back in the replay menu and
So
pick
these
this
things
mission.
built
You can
last,
do
or am I
it
just
stealthily,
paying for
but
the Vangelico
obviously
logo
if you're
here?
going through the replay
No.
menu,
We use
is
perfect
whatever
clarity
happens at the end of
jewels.
that mission
18
is,
karat gold,
whatever it is. So
950
let's say
Nothing but the
you
best.
replay it on the stealthy mission
Alright.
and you get a higher
we
take,
just
it's
made
not
it
going to
safe.
really count.
I'm gonna take
It's
a look
only for
around,
doing
think about
just
it,
so you
come
know
back
how to
to you,
do
okay?
it. Plus,
Go anywhere.
if you
I
do it in the
understand.
replay mission,
you,
the
sir.
prerequisites
You got
for the heist aren't available.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay, so after we case the jewelry store, going loud, I have to get 4 carbine rifles. And as soon as I get back with the rifles, the heist basically takes place. But if you wanted to do it stealthily, there is like
Drive us around the
2
block. We
requirements
gotta
to
find a
do
way
it
up to the
that
roof.
particular way, which is we need to get a pest control van and then get some tear gas. Then the mission happens. But if I do it loud and
There. Some
I
construction.
go back into the
Yeah, if they're
replay
gutting the
menu and
place, I
just
might be able to get to the
do
roof.
it, those getting the bug van and the tear gas are not available. You just do it stealthily. They're there to be done. So in order for me to do a video walkthrough, I have to save the game prior to this mission, and when I go back to do it stealthily, I have to recase the jewelry store,
After the
which is
incident,
this mission right here. So then at the end, instead of picking loud, I pick stealthily, and then the prerequisite missions are there, which is get the bug van and then go get the tear gas, and then you do the heist. Okay, but you still you will see at the end here, you got to pick a crew, and you know the crew's all about your end take as well. So depending on who you pick will determine how much you get at the end.
They buried him? Not as far as I know. He's probably a John Doe then, right?
Okay, so if you pick the high dollar guys, obviously your heist goes easier, but your take is a lot lower. That idiot from Life Invader, Ricky, can be your hacker, but he doesn't get you half the time you need to hack or do the store. Plus the chick that's a hacker is kind of cute anyway, so it's like, yeah, I'm going to spend the money on her to, guarantee that I got a good hacker involved there. So,
Will do.
and if you pick like a cheap driver, it will determine what happens with the heist. So you don't want to go cheap. Usually middle of the road will get you a good return on your money, but I sacrifice a little bit of the money. We still get a pretty good payout. Franklin's going to wind up with like somewhere around 240,000, and Michael will get like 750,000. So you both get some good paydays out of this, and so I would definitely stay away from the cheap guys for sure. Doing the big heist at the very end, there is a couple of options that you can use the cheap guys that'll work, that'll save you money, and it doesn't really reflect on the mission, but that's that particular one.
Here, take your glasses back.
Let's go back to the garment factory. I called ahead and told him to start setting up the information.
So, what did you see?
Another
Nothing
thing
that'll
about
cause undue
the jewelry heist
complications.
store is that
Complications.
Yeah, it
there's
looks like
3
a
goal
simple setup.
requirements,
Cameras
and
broadcasting to a remote
it pretty
server.
much
You
forces
might
you
be
to
able
have
wipe
to do
remotely.
the mission
Security guard on
twice.
the door. He won't want to die from
I don't
rich
know. I've
asshole
tried it
above
many,
his
many
nose.
times to get all
Good.
3
Alarm
items
system's
in,
linked to
but
the door lock. We'll get a good
basically
window,
one of the goal
someone talented hacks it.
requirements is
Anything else?
there's
Well,
20
the,
cases
more
that you have to
valuable
smash and
merchandise
collect
is in the
jewelry,
cabinets in the center of
and
the
that's
store,
part
by
of
the
it. And
register.
then
So
the
I'd
other
start
goal
there.
requirement is to get out of
Glass
there
in
in
the
under
cabinets
50
was
seconds.
bulletproof, means you can
And
smash 'em easy enough,
I don't
but
know. I tried it a
stones will
bunch
be
of
in the
times, and
safe
it's
at
just
night.
not worth the
So,
time to do it. It's
we go in when
much
it's
faster
open.
just to do the mission
Right.
twice.
Once we
So
melt down the gold, recut
what
the
you want to
rocks,
do is
that's
do
an
the
okay
heist,
score.
get
Yeah,
all the
shame we can't
jewelry
go in
cases
after hours,
in,
man.
get out of there, get
Those
a good
vents look
payday,
promising.
and then you
Might be
reload
able
the
to flip that
mission
another
just
way.
to do that
I'm
one goal
listening. Wait
requirement.
till we get
It
back.
kind of sucks, but
About the crew.
Yeah.
There's this
it's
kid who's been
much
helping me.
faster. Basically,
Maybe we
the
could
way the
cut him
time
in.
is set
I
up,
don't work with amateurs.
I'll
He
point
ain't
it
an
out when we're
amateur.
doing the
Or if
jewelry
he
heist.
is, he's a gifted amateur
Michael will
about
say,
to
we got our
turn pro.
cut, but
He's a
that's
good kid,
usually
Lester.
with like 2 to
You know
3
what they
cases
say,
left to
it's your
rob.
funeral.
And
One
if
of
you
them
take
at
the time
least.
to rob those last ones, you'll get done in like 54, 52, 53 seconds. So basically, you have to run out of there, leaving a few seconds left on the clock to get out of there. So you'll miss a few.
Workers
So it's
have
just the
their
way it
uses.
is. But you want to do that on a replay.
Let me set this
You
up.
don't want to sacrifice any kind of money. on that.
Nice
So
to see the methods haven't changed.
Lester's going to get set up here, and we're going to pick a
Figure out what we're
crew.
doing somehow.
And like I mentioned, we're going to
All
go
the
with the
crews,
loud
the
approach
roles,
first, and
prep
then
work.
come back and do the stealth
We'll
approach.
leave evidence
And
behind
both
on a
kind of
hard
yield the
drive.
same money, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
the
really matter
methods
which
don't
way you
change.
decide to go. But
Right.
considering I'm
Not
doing
for
a video
pro.
walkthrough, I have to show you
Well,
all
Mapping
the
out
angles.
options. Showing you all the angles. That's my area of professional expertise. Making decisions. That is your domain, my friend. Here.
And there's two ways I see of doing this. We go in smart, or we go in loud and dumb. Remember the vents? If we're gonna be smart, we pump a little knockout gas through the air system, then hit the cabinets while everyone's out. You'll have to source the gas, of course, but crowd control won't slow you down, and that might improve the take. The cover is pest control, so no one will look twice when you're wearing gas masks. It means getting a pest control van, though. You go in dumb, and you'll need your, famous way with people and 4 carbine rifles. We can't buy them and risk them getting traced. No, we've got to find some in circulation. It's awkward, it's, real awkward, but this is the gun favored by LSPD tactical teams, so one of their vans
So
is
just
probably a good
remember
place to
what
look.
I mentioned, that
A hacker
if
can
you want to
disable
play
the cameras.
both
The length
ways,
of time depends on their ability.
you got to
The alarm
remember
will
to
be
save
operating
this
on the
game
same
before
window.
this mission.
The
And then
exit
if you do
strategy
it loud
is
and you
more or
want
less
to go
the
back
same
and
for
try
both
the other
options.
ways,
The
you
driver
got to
you
reload
pick
this
will, of
mission
course,
again.
source some bikes. You come
Alright,
out of
you
the
can't
store and
reload
make your
or
way through the new
replay
subway tunnel
the
they're digging
jewelry
off the
store
Del
through the
Perro freeway.
replay
You lose the
option
cops
and
in
do the
there, and meet a truck
prerequisites,
in the
plus
LS
the
River.
money that you
All right,
make
I
on
want my
that
guy
particular
Franklin on the
walkthrough will
getaway.
not
He can
yield you
handle a bike.
anything. So
All right, if you vouch for him,
just
I'll
keep
take
that
the
in
risk.
mind.
So how do you want to do this? Still a hothead? Well, some things never change. Select personnel with that in mind. As ever, the better they are, the bigger the cut. Eddie Toe. Well, you can count on him to get you out of a spot. Guns. Well, it might be... Gus Moda. He's a pro. Not much else to say. Hacker. Harris. Good. Feminine touch. She'll be able to find any back doors they got. If this is how you want
Okay,
to do it,
so I
I'll get
basically
moving.
picked all the high dollar crew members, and
Okay,
I also
I'll
know
look
that
into
I'm
how you
going to
can
be
find a
replaying
tag
this
team and get their
again
weapons, and
on
I'll
the
be in
stealth
touch.
mode, so the
Yeah.
game will progress after doing it on
I'll
the
call you when
stealth.
everything's ready. You'll need to pitch it to the guys.
So what happens between now and then
Well,
really
my reps
isn't
don't count for
important,
nothing no
but
more.
you know, paying the extra money for the crew member does make
I'll
your
call
life a lot easier throughout the heist, but your cut's a lot less. So, all right, so that's going to take care of casing the jewelry store. As you can see, it got the gold requirements in. It's not too hard. From this point, consider we did allow. As soon as you walk out the door, Lester will call you about getting the rifles. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.